Talofa and welcome to the Salmon Scientist podcast. I'm Amy, the Salmon Scientist, and let's get into today's episode. Yeah, did you want to talk about the type of work that you're doing now?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I'm now serving as the Associate Dean Pacific for Faculty of Biomedical Sciences here at the University of Otago. So there's a kind of leadership role on how we can plan well for our Pacific students, particularly for biomedical sciences. So we wanted to see them come through from undergrad and then continue to work on through their postgrad and have a better opportunity, a better career ahead. But that's where I come in and work together with other university leadership group on how we can strategize and plan things for our Pacific students.
I forgot to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself.
I'm Saki, originally from the village of Monidake, the island of Fulanga, the province of Lau, in Fiji. So in the southeastern part of Fiji, and maternal links to the central part of Fiji, which is the province of Rewa. Also from the village of Monidake, Butia, in Rewa. So yeah, from Fiji, came over to study PhD through the system that I was just explaining. I came over, I brought my project with me and have a good support system here. And then managed to, so grateful for University of Otago to open up doors for me to come in and work. And now being Associate Dean Pacific and advocating on getting more Pacific people to come and do postgrad and PhD and go back and serve our people. And yes, that's who I am, and always a big fan of advocating Pacific people to come through and study, and also doing some research as well regarding antimicrobial resistance in the Pacific. So antimicrobial resistance, we look at the last resort of antibiotics that we are currently using, and it's becoming resistant to, particularly in Fiji, we've seen that same superbugs or same bacteria that we are working on is also circulating in Samoa. The same strain, we also found it in New Zealand.
Wow.
And not only in New Zealand, but someone living in New Zealand. And then also in Australia as well. So we started to see that transmission of these superbugs going around. That's how we work on antimicrobial resistance and see how we can support our people back home. So heavily involved in that research back in Fiji. So we have just recently launched the genomics lab in Fiji, and already doing all those DNA stuff, all those genetics, that we never used to do that before in Fiji. We are currently doing it with our people that we are currently running the lab at the moment.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, so
really
it's just a model that we took out from like our Maori, the Maori model, the Tuakana Teina model. So we kind of mentor our young Pacific researchers, and then they run the sequencing back at home, and then we just can oversee from here. So those were some of the things that also working with Lupe. Working with Lupe in Samoa. So it's very important that this kind of thing that we work together as a Pacific community. So working with Lupe in Samoa and trying to compare what is happening in Samoa and Fiji, and then work Now we're trying to expand it to Tonga, Tuvalu, Kiribati, and other islands as well. Because once we manage to get that through, and then our Pacific community here in New Zealand and Australia and other communities as well can be saved as well from this sickness as well. Yeah, those were some of the work that we do.
I hope you're enjoying the podcast so far, and if you are, it would mean a lot to me if you could follow the Samoan Scientist podcast. It helps me to keep this going and bringing you more episodes. So hit follow and let's get back to the episode.
Also mentoring our Pacific students here who come over from the island and also around here in New Zealand. We just had a Tamanu program. It's so unique for University of Otago, Faculty of Biomedical Sciences. So we, Tamanu program, meaning we kind of give opportunities for our Pacific students who can come in and do research in any field within biomedical space. So if they are doing an anatomy program, they can come over and do micro research. So we try to give them opportunities and for them to see what is research like, building them, to be a researcher if they want to, just giving them opportunities. Yeah, so we just had their presentations on Wednesday. So Toa was one of that, who was our first cohort, and now we can see that now she's doing PhD.
Yeah.
So those kind of support system, that's where I come in as a Associate Dean Pacific and try to improve on some of the things that we found out that needs to be improved. And there may be some other ways that we can work on,
I think those programs are really important because they show students what research is like.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we don't know.
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking about our Pacific students who are in the islands, how, if they want to come study at University of Otago, how do they go about coming here?
Yeah, I mean, we have different support, the levels of studies. I guess if you want to come and do undergrad, probably you have the MFAT scholarship that they provide. They also have the government scholarships that they also provide. There's some talk around how we can support them within the university itself. So that's one. But for postgrad, particularly for PhD, we have Pacific scholarship for our Pacific students who wants to come over to pursue PhD studies. So that's why I said that University of Otago is really good in supporting our Pacific. We have our own Pacific strategy. Right? So we look at academic excellence, we look at leadership, we look at organization, and we look at, there's few pillars that we look at. Right? And one of that is academic excellence. So we support them with University of Otago giving that PhD scholarship for those coming in from the islands and within New Zealand as well. So they can apply through that, provided they have a supervisor, so they can reach out to the supervisor. So it's there in the website. They can reach out to the website or even contact me if they want to.
Yeah.
And then I can try to match them up with the supervisors or those professors that works on the same field for which they are interested to come into, right? And we provide those scholarships as well, and then we have another University of Otago scholarship. So there is two scholarships for which our Pacific students can access to. One is just the University of Otago, and another one is the University of Otago Pacific scholarship. They provided it, and some of our students here, they came through that Pacific funded scholarship, all fully funded. Tuition, your research work will be covered, and you just have to pay your airfare and your other cost, But all the stipends and all those are covered as well within that scholarship. So, yeah, it's just a matter of getting a project or connecting you to the right people, So so that they can access that. And then coming over here, we have different mechanisms of support system that we have. Now we have seen the growth of our Pacific community doing PhD. At some point we have, I guess, a huge cohort of PhD students all over New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah, at some point. That was, I think, 2 years back. Even for Fiji, we have 10 Fijian coming over to do PhD, all from the islands.
Wow.
So if they can do it, why not? Other Pacific Island countries can access that. Can access those opportunities through, networking. You can reach out to me or any other Pacific academics that we have. We have a very good Pacific academics here as well at the University of Otago from different fields, for which I can, contact them and then match them up.
That's what I was impressed with. A lot of the student groups, Pacific groups, are really supportive.
Yep.
And at University of Auckland, we didn't really have that.
Oh, okay.
So I was really impressed with the student support and also the amount of students that come from the islands. Like, that's so rare for me. Like, up in Auckland, that just never happens. And so it's really inspiring, particularly to have people from the Pacific come here, because that's not easy to do.
Yeah. I guess it's always, it's not only that, but they bring their project with them.
Yes.
So they know the context of what is needed to be done in the island, what is the burden of probably any diseases or communicable diseases or any metabolic diseases, and they bring it over with them here. And then we have the expertise who can provide that support, and then we relay back to the island, Say, for example, we have a PhD student from Fiji now, too. They got all their projects from the islands as well. So even the isolates, the clinical isolates, they got it from the islands on here. And then we try to come up with some sort of developing diagnosis so that it can be used in the island, in the islands. So those kind of things that's really help. So it's not only scientific; it's kind of how we relay back to the community.
Was it for Pacific by Pacific?
Yes.
Yeah.
So with Pacific, for Pacific with Pacific, and then by Pacific. So I came over here. It was just for Pacific, or with Pacific, and then now we are slowly getting there with by Pacific. Everything has to be run by Pacific because we know the context of our people, we know the culture, the values, and it's really inspiring to see that they go out as well and say, for instance, on your platform, that it inspires other Pacific people who wants to do further studies. But it's just a matter of knowing the system and knowing the people, knowing the right people,
And I think it's key to have people like you in these spaces because you're able to help us navigate, where to go, what supervisors, what criteria we need, and really to have those key people in those places.
Also, the networking is very important, not only to work within our Pacific community, but we have to understand the whole global system and how other communities, they live as well. I worked in Fiji, in clinical microbiology hospitals in Fiji, so all the 3 main hospitals in Fiji. And then I went over to do my Masters of Infectious Diseases in Australia, at the University of Western Australia. As we know, all Pacific from the island, we just rely on scholarship. Otherwise, then it's hard for us to pay the fees. So I managed to get the DFAT scholarship, and then go over to study masters there, and then go back to Fiji, and then join the Fiji National University for 1 year before I applied to University of Otago. So now I'm working here, and then also giving back to Fiji National University through research. So yeah, sometimes I do online teaching from here to support our people back home. That's a little bit about myself and my journey.
I think your experience is a true example of what working or giving back to our community is like. I haven't really seen it at a higher level, from academics in this space. And I think it's really inspiring to actually show that you can be a researcher but also help your community and also take your culture with you as well. That's your strength, really. That's your strength.
Yeah. So, so from the project that we're working with Fiji National University and the Fiji government, so we have some partners like Pacific Community SPC. It's very important that we connect with those people so that we can reach out to our other Pacific Island countries as well. We now managed to get over another Fiji student to do a PhD and work on some other element of the work that we think that will improve on the life of the Fijians. But the same thing we wanted to explore and expand it to the region as well. And I'm so grateful that we have other Pacific Island countries, academics around in New Zealand, and people like you, who can inspire and get more of our Pacific people to see this kind of world, and take it back with them to the islands or to our communities.
Because a lot of people don't know what research is, or don't even think we could be in these lab spaces, but actually there's a lot of us in this space. So many of us.
So many of us with different, expertise in different disciplines. And if we all work together, we should try to work together. We are already working together. Now I'm also the coordinator of the Morris Wilkins Center Pacific. So we have just trying to work out on how we can all coordinate together with different people doing research in their various field, and probably sit together and map how we can support each other. So work in progress.
Because there's other researchers in, is it cancer?
Yes.
Like immunology?
So we have cancer, we have immunology, we have viruses, virology component, we have a bacterial component, and then we can see how we can relate that to our communities.
And all Pacific researchers?
All Pacific researchers. All Pacific researchers.
Wow.
Some of us are already working, like you, Natalie, and all. They are already working with other counterparts from other, from the island. So it's just a matter of putting things together, and then make noise.
Yeah.
It's very important. If we look at climate change, they make a lot of noise, and that's how we kind of get recognized in the work that we do.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because when I think of obesity and diabetes, people don't take that seriously because it's such a long, slow-acting disease, and it's not immediate like cancer. And so people take it for granted. But you're right, it's making noise, making awareness of the work that we do, because it affects communities' lives, life or death.
Yeah, that's how I see it. If we continue to make noise, but in one voice, and that will really make maybe some changes in the way our leaders are taking us through. Because if you look at, for instance, for antimicrobial resistance, by 2030, if we do not come up with any thingy or any solution, 32,000 of people in the islands will really be affected. Not only affected, but really be leaving their family behind.
Wow.
So that's 30,000 is equivalent to the total number of population from Nauru, Picton Island to. So just imagine. And if you try to compare that with climate change, then that's how we're going to we have to play our cards right in here as well, and that's the reality of the matter. And that is just a minor component of what all the Pacific researchers are doing.
And is there anything else that you wanted to talk about in terms of I guess any advice for students or people thinking about research?
Yes, I guess my only advice is take the opportunity given. If you have opportunity to apply, just apply, because we can write, we can apply. Never underestimate the work that you do, and also reach out to the very people that will help you out. And we are here. We are here to support our Pacific people. Reach out to us, and then we can see how best we can support you. And continue to work hard. Be humble. That's the main thing. But that's kind of thing that being kind of embedded within our Pacific character. So be humble and believe that we can do the same thing that other big scientists are doing. If they can come up with any development of vaccine we can do the same thing in the island as well. We just have to change we just need a right mindset, the right people, and the support. And the support. And I guess from our Pacific context, we have that. We just need to work together and be good on whatever we do.
Awesome.